Hey guys, and welcome to Bunker 304. I'm Ari. Usually, what me and my partner Dash would do is a podcast about, the whole manosphere, the whole red pill stuff. But due to conflicting schedules, I'm gonna do a react video today. And what video I'm gonna react to today is I saw this on Jedediah Bila Live, where a supporter of Andrew Tate and I guess we should say a host from LBC, go on a debate about the topic of Andrew Tate, of course. And yeah, so without further ado, let's go check out the video.
Well, let's talk to Jonathan in Croydon, who I think is certainly more sympathetic than Andy and others, including myself, to this man's activities. Jonathan, hello.
Hello.
You think he's a positive force? Tell me why.
Absolutely. I mean, it's important to critically evaluate Andrew Tate in
Why
all
is he
aspects
making
of
that
life.
face?
Although he's a political troll and he does tweet out things like Greta Thunberg on Twitter, he's immensely helped a huge amount of young men's lives, and has helped them become better men. Has empowered masculinity, has got them in the gym, has promoted self accountability, and provides an opposite side to the to the left wing society that the West is now seeing.
Empowered masculinity by getting people to the gym. Is that masculinity? Big muscles?
Absolutely. It requires responsibility, it requires self-accountability, it requires discipline, consistency. What else is more important in life?
Oh, yes, but they're not uniquely masculine traits, are they?
No, masculinity, going to the gym and teaching these skills from a young age is important, so men don't become weak men when they're older. So no excuses are made.
Physically
The job
weak.
gets done, and he does that from a young age.
Physically weak or morally weak or both?
Both.
And what about
I mean, look at what happens. Look at what happens when men can't control their emotions in the West. You have school shootings, such as in America.
Do you
This
think?
is what happens.
Do you think that his comments on women and what he urges young boys and men to do to women, the women in their lives, do you think that is a positive force?
I think what he says and what goes through people's head are two different things. He said that men and women are both needed in society. They go yin and yang together. If you have traditionally masculine men and traditionally feminine women, society is proven at its best. Look at the societies in the West right now, England and the United Kingdom. London is a failing city at every metric. Dubai and other parts of the East, which are regarded by the UK as apparently misogynistic, as we've seen through Qatar and how the West have portrayed that. So many people have come back from Qatar saying it's been an amazing place.
But can I ask you to be specific? You've been specific about what you think the benefits of lifelong physical strength and discipline are, and I wouldn't disagree with you about discipline and consistency and commitment. They're important for boys and girls, men and women. There are fantastic human traits to keep a life on track, no doubt. But why the exhortations to physically hurt and mentally hurt women and girls? Why? Why throw that into the mix?
So
No, he hasn't. He hasn't. Oh, this is what the left and woke. They always do this. They always misinterpret like short clips, and they don't even bother to look at the long video formats of him saying this.
there actually has been no instance of where he has seriously meant that he has hurt women in any metric possible. Earlier, you mentioned that
What do you mean in any?
he was
What do you
very-
mean in any metric possible? What does that mean?
that there has been no instance where any woman has come forward against Andrew Tate and said that
I
he has
don't need
hurt
them to. I don't need them to. I've got the words.
So you don't need evidence?
No, I've got the evidence in front of me. This is a man
So
who.
what is the evidence?
I've got it right in front of me. If you'll hear me out, this is a man who goes online.
Oh my god. Another problem with the woke. They can't take any jokes. It's all satire, it's all banter. He doesn't mean it. I mean, I've seen a video of him. I mean, the first actual clip me that exposed to Andrew Tate was him about complaining, saying how feminine it is. Japanese food, sushi, how it is. Oh, gonna go with chopsticks. I thought, I was like, who the heck is this guy? And oh my god, that is hilarious. Oh, anyway, let's continue.
And sends out videos and has huge numbers of people following him because essentially he's created a kind of pyramid scheme financially to attract people to it. And he has said, and you know the physical sort of demeanour of the big cigar and the riches and the cars and all the rest of it. That's the backdrop. But these are the words.
What? No one wants to be rich here, is it? Okay, whatever.
Controlling women, trashing their belongings, stopping them from going out in order to control their behaviour. And this is a quote from him now. It's bang out the machete, boom, in her face, grip her by the neck, shut up, bitch. Apologies for that. That's what he says in one video.
They love to clip that quote from him, huh? They really do. My God. Anyway, let's continue.
Acting out how he'd attack a woman if she accused him of cheating. In another, he describes throwing a woman's possessions out of the window to teach her a lesson. In a third, he calls an ex-girlfriend.
It's funny how when it's okay a woman that does that, key the ex-boyfriend's car or the boyfriend's car or whatever. What else? Throw the guy's clothes and belongings out the window. But when it's flipped on the other side, when the guy does it, it's like, oh, misogynistic. Oh, it's not supposed to do that. Hypocrisy at its best.
A dumb hoe, again, apologies to people for the language. He has encouraged all kinds of physical methods of controlling a woman. He has exhorted people to violence and physical and mental control of the woman in their life and the women in their lives. And you're unmoved by that, Jonathan.
Yeah, so it's interesting that you grab these quotes. The machete.
But I didn't make them up.
No, you didn't make them up.
He
certainly,
said them.
But you didn't but you didn't take into the context of which they were said.
Tell me the context.
Sure. So
tell me the context.
They were said in a jokey manner. The difference is when it's chopped up into a 30-second or 10-second TikTok clip and young men digest that, that's not his problem. They haven't read the whole context.
Women bear responsibility for being raped?
So that is one thing I don't personally agree with him, but that doesn't mean he's an overall...
To be honest, it's not talking about bare responsibility about being raped. It's talking about accountability and being smart. I mean, you don't see like, oh, if I carry $1 million in cash, I don't go walk around in a dark alley or in a bad neighborhood expecting not to be robbed. That's just stupid.
He's not an overall net positive for men as a whole.
I've actually watched a lot of his content, Jonathan, since I first talked about him on air, and now, as true to form, it just comes up when I'm on Instagram.
I hardly doubt that. If you watch, like I said before, if you watch his long video contents, yes, you can get a proper idea. And even if you're biased, you'll probably change your mind. Most likely you'll change your mind. But anyway, let's continue.
Because of how algorithms work, and I haven't quite worked out how to control that yet. But he's not just joking. It's not banter. It's deeply serious. He is training and guiding and exhorting boys and men to behave like this towards the women in their life.
Absolutely not. He is not.
I'm telling you that he is, Jonathan, because I've watched it.
Sure.
He isn't joking. It's not slapstick. He's not joking.
He is.
Okay.
He is absolutely joking. If you watch his long video content, he holds women in high regard. But anyway, let's continue.
Sure. So I've been watching him for a few years, way before he's blown up, and I've noticed the increasing trend in people such as yourself saying this. But where's the sufficient evidence for any woman coming out against him? It's odd that he got banned off Instagram, Twitter, and
That's
Facebook.
not the point. Jonathan, that isn't the
It's
point.
odd that he got banned off that, but then ISIS members and members of the Iran regime are still on Twitter and Facebook. Do you think that's morally correct? Do you think our children should be seeing people get their heads chopped off?
No, I don't. But I do not. Of course, I don't. But I'm glad. By the way, I'm not talking about banning him from anything. I'm talking about.
Well, they did try to ban him, and it didn't work. He came back bigger and stronger than ever.
What we do when people and I'm glad you've mentioned ISIS because I think his MO is similar. It is a form of radicalizing of particularly young people, but clearly in your case, not just young people. He is attempting to bring into he's succeeding in bringing into common parlance in schools, in homes across presumably the world because of the way the internet works, certainly in the home of Karen, who we spoke to 10 minutes ago. He is inculcating violence against women and girls, attitudes that are deeply misogynistic and completely out of date in any normal Western mind, and it's work.
Honestly, the Western mind is just crumbling. The Western mind, the Western ideology, the Western world is just crumbling. You guys are just eating yourselves up. Anyway.
That's the problem. It's working.
Yeah, sure. So you keep saying the same rhetoric again, misogynistic, etc., etc.
I'm not,
There's
Jonathan.
no
I'm not.
evidence.
I'm not giving you rhetoric.
Sure.
I'm telling you what the
Sure.
mother of a 13-year-old boy is dealing with in her home.
Sure.
Well, don't just say sure. Answer it. I'm not giving you rhetoric. I'm telling you. I'm reporting
Well, how is he gonna answer it when you keep interrupting him? God, the woke really love to interrupt.
to you what the
I mean, they keep throwing out all the facts out of the window. It's just based on feelings.
mother and father of a 13-year-old boy have told me, and they're not the only ones. And I can see calls coming in from people experiencing the same. So it isn't rhetoric, Jonathan. It's happening. It's coming into people's living rooms via their smartphones.
Right.
What do we do
So
about
why
it?
Why can't people take to the good he says? Why are they not seeing all the good things he says about self-accountability, about making more money? He has personally helped me.
Exactly. Why are you just taking in the bad? Why not taking the good? Throw out the bad. Jeez, it's like you have no control over what you're consuming. You can control it. You don't have to believe 100% of it.
Through his apparently pyramid scheme to Harvard University.
How's he helped you?
said,
Tell me.
Because I've left my job. I am
And?
now Sorry?
And what did you do?
Before I was
No.
working in...
Yeah, tell me the story.
I was apparently...
My God, again with the interrupting. Just let him tell his story. Sheesh.
was a part of his pyramid scheme, which is completely not a pyramid scheme. One part of his Hustlers University is an affiliate marketing area where there's also 11, 12 other areas where verified millionaires will also teach you how to become wealthy. Now, people don't want to see that. They just want to attack him for the pyramid scheme.
How have
because
you
it's
become
all cool
wealthy?
to do
Have you?
so. Yes.
How?
Because I've managed to leave my job at the age of 23 years old. I'm in the greatest physique in my life. I take utmost self-accountability, and I'm moving out of the Western countries I am placed in now in the next 3 months.
And that doesn't sound like a job. How do you work now to become rich?
Oh, so I was a part of his methods of creating wealth. So, for example, he does copywriting, he does stock trading, he does crypto trading.
Could you translate that for me into what you do and how it earns you money?
You know, I love the fact that how he's remained stoic, he's remained cool, calm, and collected, and just keep answering her questions. Well, she has just gone pretty much a little bit off the rails, I have to say. But anyway, let's continue.
Yes, we stock trade. We look at companies that are going to increase in value over time, and we trade that. We also day trade, and we also copyright. So we write marketing and sales emails for companies.
Yeah. Right. And
Yeah.
and how much have you earned as a result of that? Would you say, broadly speaking?
Well, put it this way: I was earning about, after taxes, probably 9K before, and now I'm well over that, and I can provide for my family. And I'm only 23 years old.
Well,
That's amazing. Who wouldn't want to do that? Provide for your family. I mean, you get to take care of your parents. I mean, you can basically tell your mom and dad, like, hey, stop working, I'll take care of everything. What parent doesn't want that? What's so wrong about that? What's so wrong? And that is what Andrew Tate is teaching young men nowadays. God.
what family have you got?
What do you mean? What family have I got?
What do you mean by family? Do you mean a wife, children? Do you mean your mum and your dad and your siblings? What do you mean by family?
So my mum and my siblings. So I've retired my mother, and I also have taken care of my.
You have
siblings' tuition
retired your
loans.
mother.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Is she a racehorse?
She doesn't have to work. She doesn't have to. Sorry.
Is she a racehorse?
Is it not good to take care of your family? She doesn't have to
just
work
the
a day in
language
her
is
life.
interesting. You have retired your mother.
I have retired my mother. She doesn't have to work a day in her life again because of her son.
And she's happy.
Because she is.
Again, what parent wouldn't be happy? I mean, yes, admittedly, he worded it wrong. But she already asked him the question to clear it up, basically, and he has clarified the confusion. And why are you still attacking there? Oh, God.
extremely happy about that. She gets to pursue all her passions.
And how would you feel about somebody being online thinking, well, she's got all that time on her hands now. You want to keep her under control. You should hit her a couple of times to keep her under control. You should throw her possessions out of the window. What do you think of that?
What? Oh, man. Ugh. What? Oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, how bitter of a person you have to be to compare a child that has worked and earned enough to help his mother retire, to compare and take that, to compare it and compare her as a retired racehorse that needs to be put down. What the? My God, seriously. I know there's the saying that says don't judge a book by its cover, but she's proving it wrong, you know? I mean, oh God, seriously, how bitter of a person do you have to be inside? How much do you hate yourself just to lash out at that small, a mistake in phrasing words to go to that extreme? I mean, gosh. Oh, I mean, I know we're towards the end, but I gotta slog it out. Whew.
Yeah, no. So again,
You
I
find
don't
it
know why
funny?
you keep. I find it funny that you keep using this one example, which is proved completely untrue.
Well, it hasn't. Well, you see, now you're just lying. It hasn't proved completely untrue because it's there. It's there
innocent until
on the
proven
internet.
guilty?
No.
Isn't
It's
Okay, by her logic, it's there on the internet. Why hasn't Cardi B been incarcerated or being punished for that matter? She openly admitted, and it's all over the internet, to drugging and robbing men. So, and just because it's there, okay, I'm gonna give you another positive example. Oh, it's there. A quote from Andrew Tate. And
I absolutely not really love
here you
women.
go.
I have nothing against women. I believe women are the most precious things on the planet. They create life. They should be protected. They should be provided for. I would never let a woman pay for a bill. If someone touched any of my women, I would stand up against 10 men by myself and risk my life to protect her. I believe that women are beautiful creatures. I just don't think that they're as emotionally calm as men in stressful situations. I don't think they can fight like a man can. And for the same reason, I would never drop my children in an all-male nursery. I think that's strange and weird. I would only drop them in an all-female nursery. Women do certain things and men do certain things. And we live in a world now where the whole idea of the roles has been conflated to the fact where if I come along and say women are better with children and men are better at fighting, I'm somehow fucking sexist when it's clearly true. There's nothing wrong with stating the facts. It's the truth. I absolutely not really love women. I have nothing against women. I believe.
There you go, from the man's mouth himself. So is that wrong? Is that misogynistic? Is he misogynistic? He, I mean, yeah, he absolutely values women. How is that misogynistic? I implore you to prove me wrong. Seriously.
Innocent unproven
it's
till
there.
guilty?
It's there for people to see.
Yeah, which is said in a jokey manner. So I say this again, it's called getting swatted, right? So firstly, they ban you, so they try and silence you. Secondly, they try and take you to court, possibly through taxes, but through him, they're trying to make up these false accusations of human trafficking.
Well, I don't know about those. The law in Romania will have to assess those, Jonathan. Let's leave it there. But thank you for your call, Jonathan in Croydon. He retired his mother to the knacker's yard. It's 1:34.
Seriously, you just... Oh, boy. Oh, my God. She literally retired... she literally compared his mother to a retired racehorse, which is going to be put down. And this is the woke side. This is the person we have to trust in, a person's opinion that we have to take, not just take into account, to believe in over another person who has been currently wrongly imprisoned with no evidence. Heck, out of 5 out of the 7 so-called victims and witnesses have come out and said, no, I wasn't forced to stay. I wasn't forced against my will to stay. It was sorry, it was my own decision to do so. And the other two, through wiretapping, has come out that they planned the whole thing, they orchestrated the whole thing just to extort money from him, just to get him into prison. You know, what happened to the saying that a person is innocent until proven guilty? Where's the justice in that? I don't hear any of the work going on there. Of course, the work even believe that Andrew Tate doxed himself with the pizza box, and that came from just a Twitter Twitter post. I mean, come on, it's so laughable. I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's true. It's just the old adage. You can't believe everything you see, read, and even with technology now, with Google, you can just Google and find the entire video clip, not of the entire long format video, and not just make assumptions from. Example, I saw like I don't know, a 1 minute video of this, a short clip of this, and I decided to search and look for the full video, and there you go. I get the full story, and yeah, truth's been revealed, cat's out of the bag. It feels, and yeah, and well, yeah. So yeah, that's my reaction to the video, and yeah, thanks again, guys. This is Ari from Bunker 304. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Yes, me and my buddy Dash have 2 episodes of the podcast coming up, and Dash is also going to do another react video on Sam Smith. Yeah, hot topic there. Yeah, he's probably gonna lay into it, and yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys like. Please share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you when I see ya.